You've been chasing the wrong feeling. Every manifestation teacher told you to get excited, raise your vibration, feel the joy of having your desire. And every time that excitement faded by Tuesday morning, you thought something was wrong with you. There's a quieter signal your body already knows how to produce, and by the end of this, you'll understand why it's the one that actually moves reality. Think about the last time something you've been worried about finally resolved. A medical test came back clear. A payment went through. Someone you loved came home safe. Remember what happened in your chest, that exhale. That softening behind your sternum, where tension had been living so long you forgot it was there. You didn't jump up and down. You didn't scream with joy. You just released. Your shoulders dropped, your jaw unclenched. Something deep inside you whispered, "It's done." That moment carries more creative power than 100 visualization sessions fueled by excitement, and most people walk right past it because it looks too ordinary to matter. Excitement operates on the surface of consciousness. It spikes fast, burns bright, and collapses just as quickly. Watch what happens when you try to manufacture excitement about a desire. You close your eyes, picture the new apartment, the relationship, the bank account, and for 30 seconds, maybe a minute, you feel a rush. Then your mind catches up. But how? When? What if it doesn't happen? The excitement was real. The crash that follows is also real. Because excitement contains a hidden confession, this thing hasn't happened yet, and part of you knows it. Relief tells a completely different story to your subconscious mind. When you feel relief, your entire system receives one clear message. The problem is solved. The waiting is over. The outcome has already arrived. Your body can't distinguish between relief triggered by an external event and relief you generate internally through assumption. Neville Goddard taught this for decades. The state of the wish fulfilled is a resting place, a place of calm arrival. He described it as Sabbath, a cessation of effort. Does that sound like excitement to you? It sounds like relief. The reason this distinction matters goes deeper than technique. Your subconscious mind responds to the dominant feeling tone of your inner state. Excitement says, "I want this so badly." Release says, "Thank God it's handled." One is reaching. The other has already received, and the subconscious, which operates the machinery of manifestation, only accepts what feels like a settled fact. A settled fact has no adrenaline in it. A settled fact feels like a Tuesday afternoon where everything is fine and you're just living your life. Here's where most people hit a wall. They understand this intellectually, but they can't generate relief on command. Excitement seems easier to manufacture. Just picture something amazing and hype yourself up. Relief requires something harder. It requires you to genuinely let go of the outcome. To feel in your nervous system that the thing is done, that takes a quality of trust most people haven't practiced since childhood. So how do you practice it? Start with things that have already resolved. Go back to a memory where you received good news after a period of worry. Sit in that memory. Feel the physical sensation, the loosening of your stomach muscles, the way your breathing slowed, the warmth that spread through your limbs. That's your target state. That's the frequency you're learning to access deliberately. Now take your current desire, the one that keeps you up at night, the one you've been scripting and affirming and visualizing with all the excitement you can muster. Stop trying to feel thrilled about it. Instead, practice feeling relieved that it's done. Oh, it worked out. Of course it did. Feel the tension around it dissolve. Feel your body register completion rather than anticipation. The difference between these two states is the difference between standing outside a locked door, rattling the handle with enthusiasm, and sitting inside the room you wanted to enter, reading a book because you've been home for hours. Goddard's method of sleeping in the wish fulfilled points directly to this. He chose the drowsy state before sleep because that's when the conscious mind, with all its doubts and calculations, goes quiet. And what state naturally arises when you're drifting off feeling safe, feeling resolved, feeling like everything is handled? Relief. The body enters parasympathetic rest. The muscles release. Breathing deepens. This is the biological signature of someone whose problems are solved. Your subconscious can't argue with that signal. It accepts the imprint and begins rearranging circumstances to match. One common objection from within the manifestation community deserves honest attention. But I've manifested things I was excited about. True, excitement can work when the excitement is so pure and uncontaminated by doubt that it functions as genuine knowing. Children manifest this way. They get excited about Christmas morning with zero doubt that it's coming. That purity of excitement is functionally identical to relief because it contains no resistance. Most adults can't access that kind of clean excitement. Too many disappointments have layered doubt into the experience. For most adults, relief is the faster path to the same zero resistance state because relief already presupposes that the difficult part is behind you. There's also something worth examining about how spiritual traditions across centuries have pointed to this same truth using different language. The Psalms speak of being still and knowing. The Tao Te Ching describes the sage as someone who acts without striving. Buddhist equanimity, that steady, undisturbed quality of awareness, looks far more like relief than excitement. Every tradition that touches manifestation or conscious creation points toward the same inner posture: settled, certain, at rest. The universe responds to your state of being, and a state of being is measured by what's chronic, what's habitual, what's running in the background when you're doing the dishes. Excitement is an event. Relief becomes a climate. This is where the real discipline enters. Maintaining a background state of relief about something that hasn't physically materialized yet requires you to override every sense-based report your eyes and ears deliver. Your bank account still shows the old number, the phone still hasn't rung, your body still wakes up in the same apartment. And your practice is to greet each of those moments with the settled calm of someone who knows the bridge is already built, even though the fog hasn't lifted enough to see it yet. That fog is where most people quit. They generate relief for a day, maybe 3, and then the physical evidence screams so loudly that they snap back into worry. Goddard addressed this with absolute precision. Signs follow, they do not precede. The relief must come first, the evidence comes second. If you need the evidence to feel relieved, you've reversed the creative order. You're asking the mirror to smile before you do. The mirror has never worked that way. It will never work that way. When you catch yourself losing the state, and you will, because you're human and this is genuinely hard, the practice is simple. Return to relief. Feel the exhale. Feel completion. The moment your body softens, you've re-entered the state. You don't need a 40-minute meditation. You need one genuine breath of "it's already done." The breath is the prayer. The softening is the assumption. The relief is the bridge between who you appear to be right now and who you've decided you are in imagination. Pay attention over the next few days to how your body signals completion versus craving. Every time you notice excitement about a desire, ask yourself honestly, does this excitement contain any grasping, any urgency, any subtle fear that it might not happen? If it does, let the excitement settle. Let it cool into something quieter, something deeper. Let it become relief. That cooling process is the transition from wanting to having, from hoping to knowing, from the state of desire to the state of fulfillment. Your desires were never meant to be chased with breathless enthusiasm. They were meant to be received with the quiet gratitude of someone who just got word that everything turned out fine. The exhale you've been holding back, the one caught somewhere between your chest and throat, that's the only signal your subconscious needs. Let it go and feel, just for a moment, how good it feels to stop reaching for something that was already yours.